So the point I want to make with some of this learning is that a lot of it is a process of elimination. So can we all look at, please, first of all, question 10 on page 512. Question 10, page 512. And what it says is that 100 citizens were surveyed. Okay, and what I tend to do is I just dot point what information is there. You guys at the back, you're going to miss out on some important information. I know this is on YouTube and you can watch it later, but please watch here. 23 said they use rainwater. 23 said they use rainwater. 48 said they use tap water to water their garden. And 41 said neither. That is, they don't water at all. Now, instead of looking for anything too complicated in the first question, the first part of the question says, how many people use both rain and tap water? Jared, pay attention please. How many people use rain and tap water? Okay? There's no Venn diagram new learning in this. How many use rain and tap water? Well, if 100 people were surveyed and 41 just don't water their garden, how many people use rain or tap water? It must be 59, mustn't it? Because it doesn't matter what those people use, they're using rain or tap water, but at the end of the day, it's 59 because 41 of them just don't water their garden at all. So you can see here, in this example, there is no Venn diagram, there's no two-way table to begin with because that's just a maths question. That's just a simple sort of maths question, a process of elimination. If I cast your attention to, what were the one we were going through, Jared?
9.
Question 9.
No, are you talking to me?
Yes, yeah.
Question 12.
Question 12. So, yeah, we went through question 12. If you're having a look at that now, question 12. 30 cats. 24 liked tinned or dry. I think that's what it said. 24 ate tin or dry. 10 like dry food. 10 like dry food. And then 5 like both. So when you're drawing a Venn diagram there, it might not give you all of your information. And it might not be in order that you try and put this into your Venn diagram first because it's written first. What you might go is skim through the information and you say, 5 liking both, 5 therefore must go in there. We know that that is where both occurs. This is tinned, this is dry. We know that this is where both occurs, so it has to go there. The next bit of information up the scale, so we've got rid of that. The next bit of information is that 10 like dry, so 10 must live in there. We're not necessarily sure what lives there, but we've got a bit of a hint in this bit of information. 24 like tinned or dry. If we've got 10 here, we've got 5 here, how much must be here, Jared?
14.
14. Why?
14 take 10. 24 take 10, sorry.
Yeah. 24, take away your 10 gives you 14 because 24 like tinned or dry. So it must be 14. Now all of that comes to what, Jaden? 29. 29. Okay? But what did we say at the start? So we got rid of that too. What did we say at the start? That there's 30 cats. And therefore, one cat must like neither tinned or dry. Okay? So what I'm trying to say here, Riley, is don't go through it don't do the first thing first necessarily anymore. Don't do the second thing second and don't do the third thing third. What you've got to do is take all of the information on its merits and then try and put it in as accurately as you can, and you always work with whatever's the most distinctive at saying this has to happen. Alright? Keep trying to pay attention please because I want to go through now question 13. And so those that have done it, I'll be looking for you to contribute. So complete the two-way table and transfer to a Venn diagram. Now, you guys that haven't done it, I can see your pens and pencils in your hand from here. You guys that haven't done it, it's going to be up on YouTube. So if you really want to copy it just straight out, just go to the YouTube channel. So I want you to pay attention now. Complete the two-way table and transfer to a Venn diagram using the pronumerals W, X, Y, and Z. The total number of people in a survey is T. Total people in survey. Hands up if you've done this question. Yep, a few of you. Good. The number of males in the survey is X. Notice that I'm just jotting down the information. And the number of doctors is Y. The number of doctors that are male is Z. Male doctors. Write algebraic expressions for the following using any of the variables of them. Okay, so explain to me what this means, somebody that's had a crack at this, because they ask you, don't they, to complete the two-way table and then transfer it to the Venn diagram. Explain to me what this sort of means here. Anyone? Giving you the information for the Venn diagram. What does this X represent? Males. The Y? Doctors. The Z? Male doctors. W. What might the W represent?
Neither.
Sorry? Neither? It may. Not A, not B. Okay, so if we had the total here, what would the total be? It'd be something like this, wouldn't it? X plus Y. Yeah, we okay with that? What would this be, Jessel? Z plus W. What would this be here, Shayla? X plus Z. And Jess Manners? Y plus W would live in there. Do we have a total here? Could have a total there. What'd you get there, Ellen?
I didn't really do that part.
Yeah. What could it be? X plus Y plus Z plus W, whoops, plus Y plus W, whoops, put plus in there, plus X plus Z. What have I done? I'm just adding these up. That's what it should add up to, shouldn't it? That's what our that's what our two-way tables add up to. All the two-way tables you've done before. That's how they do that part there, isn't it? We all agree with that? Those who've done them. So how do you transfer some of that to here, Riley? In here, yep, and we're putting X because B and A has to live there. Good, so X lives in there. Excellent, yep. Put the W in neither, so it's on the outside. Yeah. W in neither. And the A would be Z because it's not B. A would be Z, and this would be Y. So that's transferring it to a Venn diagram. Now that's up on YouTube. That is really stretching your understanding that question. So if you guys, some of you guys that haven't sort of done it, it'd be good to go back over it. For those guys that haven't reached that point yet, certainly make question 13 one of the questions that you look at because it'll really stretch your mind a fair bit because it's talking about pronumerals and not about numbers. If you can do this question, all right, you're really right up there in terms of understanding this mathematical process, all right? It's not an easy process to go through, okay? So this really is stretching you. Just have a crack at question 13 and see how you go, but that is way on the top end of what it is I'd be expecting you to do, all right? So who did that? Riley, I think Jess and Shayla. How did you find it? Not easy or easy? Quite easy. Okay, cool.